Here's what happened round 10 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the MNC MXGP of Sumbawa-Indonesia. MX2 race 1, and it was Jago Kietz who crossed the Fox hole shot line for the 4th time this year, followed by his teammate Rick Elzinga and the 2 KTMs of Liam Everts and Andrea Adamo. Everts up the inside of both Adamo and Elzinga by the time he emerged out of turn 2. Lucas Kuhnen had quickly got himself into 3rd place as well. First of the fireworks between Simon Langenfelder and Andrea Adamo, those two fighting over 5th and 6th place initially. Adamo had the last lap, but then on lap 2, race leader Jago Kietz fell. He re-picked himself up in 6th position, and then guess what? Battling for 4th and 5th, Langenfelder and Adamo. Langenfelder going straight for the front wheel of the Italian. He emerged in the pole position there between the two, but only briefly. As the race went on, Langenfelder then got the better of Elzinga to move into 3rd place. Adamo quickly followed through into 4th. These happening on lap 5 and lap 6. And then a couple of laps later, Jago Kietz got the better of Elzinga to move into 5th, and that's where he would stay. A challenge for the lead. Liam Everts was leading pretty much from lap 2. And in the closing stages, Lucas Kuhnen made his intentions known. And just before the 2-lap board went out, at the end of lap 15, Kuhnen got the wheel out of the final turn and took over the lead from Liam Everts. Meanwhile, Adamo and Langenfelder were still going at it. And on the final lap, Adamo up the inside of Langenfelder to take over 3rd. Meanwhile, just a few seconds further up the track, Lucas Kuhnen crossed the line to win for the 3rd time this year from Everts and Adamo. MX2 race 2. This time it was Sascha Kuhnen on the Red Bull KTM who crossed the Fox hole shot line for the first time this year. Alongside him, though, as they dropped downhill, was the number 96, Lucas Kuhnen, his twin brother. 2 16-year-olds leading the way briefly at the start of this race. The Nissan Husqvarna rider, though, looking to make amends from Germany, trying to win race 2 as Jago Kietz passing a couple of riders on his way through to 2nd position early on. That left Kevin Horgmo then under attack. Liam Everts was charging through. He briefly got himself into 3rd, but then folded the front end, went down to 6th place, and he would have to do it all again. Horgmo, who dislocated a shoulder in the free practice on Saturday, was already on the charge, found his way past Sascha Kuhnen, and so too did Thibaut Beneston. And eventually, Sascha Kuhnen faded down to about 12th place. Liam Everts on the charge back through the field. That pass on Thibaut Beneston got him back into 4th place. He then capitalised on a mistake out of that turn from Horgmo to move into 3rd. And then he went after Jago Kietz, and on lap 10 of 16 moved into 2nd position with that pass on the Monster Energy Yamaha. Thibaut Beneston jumped downhill past Kevin Horgmo to move into 4th, which is where he would finish at the flag, just behind his teammate. But it was back-to-back wins and a 4th race win of the season for Lucas Kuhnen. Crucially, though, he wins his first Grand Prix here in Indonesia. Everts and Kietz rounded out the top 3 in the race, and that's how it finished in the podium classification as well. Kuhnen with a 1-1, Everts with a 2-2, Kietz with a 5-3, his first podium since round 6, Spain. Adamo continues to lead the championship, but his lead has been cut from 13 points to 5 as Beneston regains that 2nd position. Dwarf 3rd, 17 points further back. Kietz and Everts round out the top 5, tied on points. But Adamo continues to lead as we head to round 11 on Lombok in a week's time.
I think this one was still better because I lost in Germany because of the chain, but now this makes better feelings and I could describe more feelings. I'm so happy about this. I want to thank everybody who's behind me, my physio, everybody, my mechanic, manager, everybody, and thanks to my dad also for the hard work. And next round in Indonesia also, and we will get some fun.
MXGP race 1, eyes over to the left-hand side of the start as we look down. Number 3, Roman Fevre, doing what he did in the qualifying race, pulling a Fox hole shot for the 2nd time this season. Behind him, Jeremy Seawer, but Jorge Prado was quickly there, down the inside, passing Seawer and Mitch Evans. Seawer quickly back past the Australian to get into third. And then also going by Evans was Glenn Koldenoff, who moved into fourth on lap 2 at the top of the hill, turn 13. Just behind them, Ruben Fernandez, but a lap later, he was also past the Aussie as he moved into 5th place. That's where he would finish. Up front, though, out on his own, Roman Fevre, his lead growing lap by lap over Jorge Prado. Evans then got caught by Ferrato. He was about to get passed by Benoit Paturel, but Ferrato split the two riders as he moved into 7th place. Benoit Paturel would eventually come home in 8th. Evans, 9. All of a sudden, lap 13, and throwing away a 6-second lead. Roman Fevre crashed on the downhill just after the finish line. Prado went through. He was the new leader. And on the final lap, Roman Fevre in cruise mode. Couldn't do anything about Prado. He was safely ahead of Jeremy Seawer in 3rd, Koldenoff 4th, Ruben Fernandez 5th. But for the 8th time this year, Jorge Prado, Red Bull Gas crossed the line as a winner ahead of Fevre and Seawer. MX2 race 2, once again, Roman Fevre down the inside. His 2nd foxhole shot of the afternoon, his 3rd of the season. Along the outside of him, number 92, Valentin Guillot, and down the inside, Jorge Prado. Fernandez and Seawer were down there as well in 4th and 5th, but the Spaniard, number 70, for Team HRC, got the better of the Yamaha man at the first incline. A couple of corners later, though, the two riders clashed. Fernandez went down to 14th. He would pick himself up to get back to 6th place. Meanwhile, after staying in 2nd place for 3 laps, Prado got the better of Guillot. So too did Calvin Valandren. A couple of laps later, on lap 5, Jeremy Seawer also passed the Swiss on the Honda SR Ship to Cycle Honda, and so too did Glenn Koldenoff. All of a sudden, Guillot in 6th place. Then Seawer got 2nd wind, find his way past Valandren to move into 3rd, but they almost went down moments later. Clipping the rear wheel of the South African a couple of corners later was Glenn Koldenoff. He did not lose 5th position. Calvin Valandren maintained 4th, but with about 4 laps to go, Prado went defensive. Seawer went round the outside. The Yamaha man was then in 2nd position. Prado would end the race in 3rd, but for his 2nd race win of the season, Roman Fevre across the line to win the Grand Prix here in Indonesia at Sumbawa. And for Roman Fevre going 2-1, that was his 16th Grand Prix victory, his first since round 16 in 2021. That's 41 Grand Prix. Prado 2nd with a 1st and a 3rd, Seawer 3rd and 2nd. But Prado now 101 points clear of Roman Fevre, who moves to 2nd. Hurlings 3rd, 18 points further back. Fernandez and Seawer ran out the top 5. Seawer just 3 points behind the Spaniard. But that was your top 3 here this weekend. Prado continues to lead as we head to Lombok, round 11.
Yeah, sure. I need victory. It's always welcome. So, especially on this kind of condition. But yeah, from last year I like the track. And yeah, first motor I was also comfortable on the lead, but yeah, make my own mistake. So a little bit disappointed, but yeah, it's okay. Second, I think I show that I was riding really good, and yeah, I had a good gap. So happy to win here, and yeah, hopefully for more win this season.